and it can really only function while there's rule of law in a high trust society, because all the supply chains run right across this patchwork of this ethnic patchwork. So you have pipelines, power lines, gas lines that all run through areas that will be hating each other, that will be at war with each other. So it will be very tempting to just block highways, block ports railroads or cement railroad tracks, and to punish the people downstream. But very quickly, Los Angeles can become a city without supply chains. And when the supply chains break down, the food stores will be immediately looted and not restored. Only in a high trust society with rule of law can a 53-foot tractor trailer loaded with food go to your local supermarket and unload food in peace, just a driver and the workers at the store. No guards, no security. When the supply chains break down and people are hungry, every single food truck will require, armed escorts, and they won't have the police won't be available. The National Guard won't be available. The city's too big. So I can see it's instead of just looking at this as riots, one dimension, you have to look at this as
this is
societal
siege. Societal siege.
But the compounding pathologies, because you'll have accelerationists and anarchists and just people that want to see it all burn, taking the advantage to go up on a windy night and set off Palisades fires. You'll have other guys saying, why do they still have electricity on that side of the highway when we don't have electricity on this side of the highway? So they'll shoot transformers. You could have Los Angeles with power blackouts and fires and riots and the low intensity warfare like Belfast, but without power, without food. It can get very.
And let me back you up on this. We know the globalists and Klaus Schwab and the rest of them have war game to drive Trump out. They could hit the power with a cyber attack and claim Russia did it or domestic group did it. They've already been
anybody,
and then use that to further plunge the U.S. economy. Then the blue state.
All right, hey y'all. It's June the 9th, I believe. I don't know if you recognize what these two men were talking about. One's Alex Jones. The other one is a pretty well-renowned Matt Bracken, who I've heard from plenty of time before, upon the subject of survival. He's just pretty much a survival expert, something. Or maybe just a military lead tactical expert. They're talking about Los Angeles. You might have heard about what's going on over there. I trust that a lot of people have not heard what's going on over there. Some cover-up. Basically, like a media blackout, they call it. Don't talk about this. This is normal. This is just something happens. It's normal. It's Monday. Donald Trump, he's worse than Hitler. Right? We gotta battle him, and I mean battle him, I guess. So they're talking about over in LA. Alright. For example, I don't know, maybe I hesitate to say we, but I already knew. A lot of my people already knew. We're in a civil war. We've been in that for a long time. I don't know how long. But people are losing their ever-loving minds, even more so, it seems. They went off the deep end a long time ago. I don't know what's past that, but they're well past that. They're over there in LA, and they're causing a damn ruckus. They're burning stuff down, as they tend to do. Fireworks and all sort of deadly dangerous scenarios apparently going down the last 2-3 nights or something. And Alex Jones did at one point say, hey, go ahead and mark it down. I mean, technically we already were. But you want to mark stuff down and be a very, very legitimate, I guess. As to documenting it, might as well document it. The first day of civil war. Or civil unrest, like chaotic civil unrest. All right, so as Matt Bracken was breaking down, LA is a pretty disastrous place to be. During chaos, you might not want to be there at all during chaos. And perhaps chaos is kicking up and starting up. That's what they're saying. They're saying this is kind of starting up, and guess what? Not even going to stop. In fact, as the heat and the temperature goes up, as the hopelessness abounds, over there in California, you can bet your bottom dollar. People not only going to get agitated, but as Matt Bracken has stated before, people been waiting to do this. They've been waiting. They've been waiting for the fuse to be lit, and now they're gonna get lit over there. I can't tell the future, all right, but let's hypothetically say it's going to trend to increasing violence and terrorism. We're talking about governors like Governor Newsom over there. He's talking mad trash, talking about arrest me. Go ahead and arrest him, all right? Keep him in jail. If I did half the things ever in my life that Gavin Newsom has done in public on record, I would certainly be in jail. They'd probably have me in damn solitary confinement. So, put him in jail and leave him there. I'm tired of hearing from him. So, LA's one thing, and it sounds like it's a pretty big thing. Of course, I heard Alex Jones mentioning that not only did he predict, because it's not even that hard to predict, riots, what they call protests, they kick off. People get agitated when it gets hot out. A lot of these people don't know about heat, all right? They come to South Texas to find out about heat, but wherever else it might get, wherever they are, it might be summertime, it might get them all hot and bothered. So it's actually not a hard guess that these, what do they say, green grass protests or whatever, it's not hard to predict that they would start now. So Alex Jones did predict a long time ago, back in January, he said it's going to start now with the protests, all right, / riots. He said also, and I'm not saying he's right, we're going to find out if he's right. He said, it's going to spread, contagion, all right, the chaos and whatnot is going to start in LA and spread outwards all over the nation. And we can all think of certain cities that would likely happen at. I heard some rumblings already going on in Houston. As you would imagine in Texas, everybody looks at Houston to see the tomfoolery. All right, but I just heard, I don't really know. We're going to actually have to find out as things progress. But as far as protests, as far as people having nothing to do, like only time on their hands apparently, taking days off and stuff, cashing in their vacation time or whatever they're doing. I don't know if they got a job. They're of course doing it in San Antonio. And I will mention real briefly, I did not vote in the runoff election that just took place this past weekend. Real briefly, it's because it's beneath me, all right? Both of these candidates, both of them, although they were cast as like polar opposites, they were not. Just real briefly, we'll talk about it more later. These polar opposite candidates were not, and I was not impressed by either one of them. Of course, the one that bothers me the most is the lady, Gina Ortiz, whatever the hell, Johnson, or what. I don't give a damn what what she is Ron Nirenberg 2.0. And I really do mean Ron Nirenberg stepped up to another level. She's going to be, all right? Basically a big piece of nothing. All right? And the type that'll sell out anybody and stuff, and the type, this Gina Ortiz Jones, the type that will certainly want to instigate against not only the federal government, but the Texas state government. It's going to want to instigate. Going to want to be an instigator. She has won the runoff. I don't know exactly when she gets in office, right? But before we look at these pictures, we're going to look at these pictures because these are from San Antonio this past week. And it's just only going to get even more weirder and awkward and just pathetic, all right, as it goes on. But will violence, random acts of violence and terrorism bursts out here in San Antonio? I'm not sure exactly. San Antonio is not exactly Houston, and it's really not exactly Austin. Although there's a lot of conservative people in Houston and Austin, I would have to say, in general, if you were to take my word for it, San Antonio is just a little tiny bit more conservative. If you can believe it. More conservative than Houston and Austin. Shout out to in Dallas. Maybe the same amount of conservative. All right, I don't know. I haven't been to Dallas lately, but I'm just saying it's like there's a lot of conservative people in all those cities, and there's a lot of liberal whack jobs. If you're gonna call them liberal, which that it's not an appropriate name, but you know what I'm talking about when I say liberal whack jobs. They're out of their minds. They've been out of their minds. They have a mental disease, but it's even worse than that. It's a spiritual disease, actually. It just manifests in some sort of mental demonic behavior, right? So these people are experiencing this. And we actually have a lot of pictures. I don't know. We're going to get through them because there was one publication here in San Antonio that actually, they had a lot. I forget which one. I don't even care. They had a lot of pictures from this weekend. So this one says something in Spanish. There's a lady, decent body on her. All right, looking for attention. All right, that's what ladies do. Tenemos que gritar lo que... I have no idea what she's saying. Tus padres y míos galan. I don't know what you're saying. The guy right by you says, my dad works harder than your president. Who's my president, bro? Who's my president? You trying to get at this young lady right here? He made you a sign? Good for you. Oh, he works so harder. He's got Mexican whatever logo. Go back to Mexico. That's where you belong, all right? I'm bigoted. So, check this out. This is all from San Antonio, all right? So, calamity's going down. It's not like as extreme, probably, as Austin. Calamity's going down. I don't appreciate it. Our newly elected mayor is even worse than the mayor that we have currently, and he's bad. He's very much in the closet, homosexual, but it's none of my business. It's just that he makes it my business. Closeted ones are the most dangerous. That's the problem with those. Here they got a sign says same clowns, different mask. It says ICE. I'm not sure. So ICE. They're saying same clowns. I think they're talking about my man Ye, and I really fucking don't appreciate it. Don't you ever talk to my face about Ye in such a derogatory way. I mean, that's a nice picture you made of Ye, but and calling him ICE. Ye's not in ICE, right? So fight ignorance, not immigrants. All right, this is like a fountain of ignorance all over the place, and that's the thing about it. You're not going to teach one of these people. This is a mob of people. They will, if you try to make them not ignorant, they will kill you probably. Abolish ICE, Trump and Elon. Yeah, that's what we should do. We should get a coalition of illegal non-citizens and get them together and see if they can abolish Trump and Elon and ICE. All right, that'll make everything better. The whole world is watching. Okay. Now, why is this like pointed backwards? I guess they got double-sided signs. They got all sort of signs, man. People got real creative. They got real festive. They had like Fiesta still on their heart and stuff like that. So they got to doing crafts and stuff like that, making up these colorful signs. When the Constitution under attack, when the Constitution is under attack, what do we do? Stand up and fight back. I really don't know what side this person's on. Talking about the Constitution. You can't love our culture and hate our people. Who's your people? Your people need to go back to Mexico. I please come to my face and I'll tell you that. No hump is illegal. They said no hump is. This man says no hump is illegal. Oh, okay, all right. I think it says no human is illegal. First of all, it looks like he said no hump is illegal. And that's meme worthy. That should go viral because you're over there, you're wanting to get in her pants probably, and so you're on her side. So no human is illegal. That's what's crazy. That's what's the most classic. And I've seen that sign a lot of times. No human is illegal. Oh, I get it. Oh, you're a little play on words. If I go rob a bank, do you think they'll arrest my ass and send me to prison for a long, long time if I go do that? Now, I'm not illegal, but my action was illegal. And that's why they're going to throw my ass in prison. All right? You want to get in that lady's pants. We resist. They got like those luchador type. You resist what? You resist going back where you belong. Gosh, these people keep ICE out of the court. Okay. See, it's like, let me listen to you, all right? Here's where your voice is really going to be heard, and let me listen to you right now, because you made a sign. Viva la raza, all right? Just to let you know, I'm very bigoted, but Viva la raza means long live or whatever, long live the race, all right? Because they're racist, bigots, hate white people. Somos más fuertes unidos, right? Go back to the country in which that flag belongs to, please. These people are terrorists. Where does this take place in any other place in the world? It doesn't, right? Because these people are terrorists. I know that they're so dumb that their IQ can't really comprehend that they are, in fact, being terrorists, but they are. And it's traitorous, treasonous, right? Maybe not treasonous, but Gavin Newsom and all them, they're getting treasonous, right? Power to the people, and we got a chicken costume. I'm going to guess that's Donald Trump. I have no idea what's up with the chicken costume. And then you got basically slightly obese women. That's just how it goes. And then men who continue want to get in their pants, and so they're carrying around flags. And they got mental disease, right? It just continues. There's a million look, we can go rapid fire because there was so many pictures of these people. They're all kind of slightly obese, and they've been tainted and, kind of like trained by big pharma and big food to slowly die and be very unhealthy. There's the women in here, and it's always going to be women because they don't have no sense. Look, they're gonna say this. Yeah, that's pretty awesome what you're doing. That's great. I don't know if that's Donald Trump because it doesn't really look like him. This guy doesn't really. Oh, well, I guess kind of he does. You need to make his hair lighter. That's the problem. And so this is extremely vulgar, but that's what y'all do, right? Chinga tu migra, of course, and stuff. All this. Those that work ice burn crosses. Yeah, okay. Jesus said, love thy neighbor, not deport them. he didn't say not one word about whether or not to deport them, actually. You're lying on Jesus. And they can't wait to lie on Jesus every time they get a chance. Chinga tu maga, all this stuff, man, is vulgar as hell. They don't care. All right? It's like, dude, you're going to... That's the thing, in San Antonio, anything really goes. In fact, only this goes. You know what I'm saying? You can dress like that once you, like, go on a fucking diet and do some exercise, dude. I mean, you're so damn lazy, and you're gonna get some guy to have no standards and come do disgusting things with you, all right? He might be an illegal. This guy over here is getting diabetes. And then, like, just look at this crowd and stuff, man. So either these people are going to find something better to do, all these people. None of them are very attractive. So sometimes the young ladies are kind of attractive. It's just that they're going to lose that very, very soon. Like this one behind the sign, she might be attractive right now. She's ruining it. It's going to get worse. She's going to become less and less attractive. Unless she snaps out of it and realizes you're in a mob of very, very unattractive people. Right? I know y'all got a certain political ideology and you feel very strongly about that. You like wearing masks and stuff. But look around you. You don't see everybody's very unattractive. And you really want to be associated with all these people and stuff. Standing around listlessly. Like it's the thing to do. Like you're being a hero. These people are breaking the law. And you know, you want to protest in other places like in California, they're trying to get in the way. And they're trying to like take the people hostage. ICE people. Y'all are breaking the law. You know, we probably won't even finish these pictures. It's a lot of pictures. Y'all are breaking the law. And what you're not going to get is an intellectual thing. But really, you got a spiritual problem. All y'all hate your fathers, and your fathers ain't shit. So, I don't know how to help you with this, but all y'all do, right? what your spiritual disease has done to you is intellectually you can't understand. All you people, you can't understand that, you know, in any land you have laws. And when you decide as people that you want laws to exist, but you also do not want to enforce the laws, like all these people are, these immigrants and some of these people who are masked up and stuff like that, they're breaking the law. There's actually a law against the stuff that they're doing. And so when they get deported, it's because they have broken the law. Had they not broken the law, which they should know that they did, had they not broken the law, they'll have absolutely nothing to worry about. And there's no confusion that should be taking place. Even though all your leaders are saying, oh, Donald Trump's confusing people. No one's confused. You broke the law and get the hell out of here. When we say to get out of here, y'all are all ugly. And it's just like you're spiritually devoid and it's terrible. And I hope some of y'all learn out of a crowd like this. You can imagine maybe one or two or three of y'all maybe will ever turn your life around and start to embrace the Lord, all right? Because education, not deportation. God damn it, dude. Dude, we're not even gonna keep on going with more pictures. There's more pictures, right? There's plenty more. See, look, there's plenty more pictures, right? If you wanted to see them, but it's just gonna stop on this one. Education, not deportation. I don't even think that was being sarcastic at all. She's dead serious about this, and somebody let her do this. And that's San Antonio. Read it and weep. Becoming extremely obese, right? Still getting knocked around and kicked to the curb. I'm sure. And you're a hero. You're an American hero, and you hate America. And well, anyways, I'll holler at y'all later with some more. So it's getting kind of dark out here. I'm getting scared.